Hello everybody, welcome back once again. Alright, cool. Webcam's functioning. Alright. So we can bring that back down. Alright, we're not going to waste any time. We are just jumping straight into the game. We're jumping straight into Soul Reaver. Let's see. Open it. And then we're going to make sure... where do I have my phone? Oh, right in front of me. Durr. Just to make sure that it is actually capturing the game. And then it's capturing the audio. Cool. We have sound. Okay, everybody, I hope that you can hear me pretty decently well. Let me just fix this a little bit. Okay, because I did record a little bit with my audio just to make sure. Whew, I'm sweating a little bit, Jesus. But, dude, I am super fucking excited for this. I can't believe that the remasters are here. I mean, the remasters have been here, but oh my god. For those of you who have never been to my channel before, I've talked about it when I streamed the originals for Soul Reaver 1 and 2. That I had pre-ordered the game months in advance. I was super excited for it. Unfortunately, my main drive on my PC took a shit. Like, literally days before the game was coming out. And I was really pissed. So, unfortunately, I had to wait so I could get a new drive for my PC. So, and then I got it, and I was finally able to connect it, so on, blah, 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 blah. Now I have my PC, it's I've been slowly, installing, Chrome and installing PC game clients and games and my streaming programs and making sure that, it's all working and that, my mic works with all of it and so on and so forth. And now, after waiting for so long, finally starting. And I was super excited too, because I was like, oh man, I can't wait to finally, be playing this game, but not only that, but, like, be streaming it, like, at the same time as other people are discovering this game, or replaying it, after, years, maybe even a decade since being able to play it, because a lot of people don't have their older consoles, and not everyone, has a PC, or if they do, but yeah, I'm super excited, so we're jumping into it. Game options, comps on, hints, interactions done, sound options, and my god, it feels good to just have Soul Reaver where I don't have to fuck around with third-party programs or fuck around with Steam trying to, get proper controls done. Speech, yeah, that should be good. Language, English, speech, subtitles, yes. Controls, configure, vibration, sensitivity, Okay, and everything is all laid out. Crouching, map screen, sneak face enemy, shortcuts, toggle HD mode, and photo mode. Those are really the only new additions to this game, as far as controls are concerned, which I'm happily fine with. Dune, and I'm about to start a new game. I will say, though, that I did, like, 2 nights ago, just to make sure, because I still couldn't believe, I was, like, pinching myself, dreaming, like, there's no way. I finally have this installed, I'm finally able to play it, I just had to make sure that the controls, that my controller would actually work with it, natively. Dive in, baby.
Kain is deified. The clans tell tales of him. Few know the truth. He was mortal once, as were we all. However, his contempt for humanity drove him to create me and my brethren.
I wonder if they high-resed the
firstborn of his
cutscenes at
lieutenants.
all.
I stood with Kain
I
and
think-
my brethren at the dawn of the Empire.
Kain looks really good,
I
as
have
always.
served him a millennium.
Maybe it's just me, but maybe
Over
the
time,
model for Kain
he
looks
became less
closer to what it
human
was
and
in the
more
Defiance game.
Divine. Kain would enter the state of change and emerge with a new gift. Some years after the Master, our evolution would follow. Until I had the honor of surpassing my lord. For my transgression, I earned a new kind of reward. Agony.
I wonder why it says normal in the top right corner.
There was only one possible outcome. My eternal damnation. I, Raziel, was to suffer the fate of traitors and weaklings, to burn forever in the bowels of the Lake of the Dead. Cast him in. Tumbling, burning with white-hot fire, I plunged into the depths of the abyss. Unspeakable pain, relentless agony. Time ceased to exist. Only this torture and a deepening hatred of the hypocrisy that damned me to this hell.
I will say, either it's my memory playing tricks with me,
Eternity passed, and my torment receded, bringing me back from the precipice of madness.
but I
The
don't
descent
remember
had destroyed me, and yet I lived.
this cutscene looking so good. So either they did high-res it a little bit, or my nostalgia is really fucking with me right now. Either way, I'm excited to jump in. Yeah. Yeah, the Elder God I don't think ever looked that clear in that cutscene.
I know you, Raziel. You are worthy.
Can I do it in the cutscene?
What madness is this?
Yes.
What pitiful form is this that I have come to inhabit? Death would be a release next to this travesty.
He looks so good,
You
boys.
did not survive the abyss, Raziel. I have only spared you from total dissolution.
I would choose oblivion over this existence.
The choice is not yours.
I am destroyed.
You are reborn. The birth of one of Kain's abominations traps the essence of life. It is this soul that animates the corpse you lived in. And that, Raziel, is the demise of Nosgoth. There is no balance. The souls of the dead remain trapped. I cannot spin them in
Dude,
the
even
wheel
the
of
visuals
fate.
for the
They
original
cannot
graphics still,
complete
I
their
think, hold up pretty
destinies.
goddamn well.
Redeem yourself. Or if you
Or if you
prefer,
prefer, avenge yourself.
settle your dispute with Kain. Destroy him and your brethren. Free their souls and let the wheel of fate churn again. Use your hatred to reave their souls. I can make it possible. Become my Soul Reaver, my angel of death.
I'm gonna try really hard to not do that every time a cutscene plays, to just, you know, but it's gonna be really hard for me to not be tempted to do that. But yeah, eventually when I do decide to make a save state, you'll see that, like, I actually did play for like 3 minutes, but that was just, again, like, to make sure the controls were working, and I just had to hear at least one cutscene. Circle button, boom, works perfectly well. Oh my god, he looks so fucking good. Attacking. Well, I can't grab anything or interact, so jump works. Looking. Crouching. Ooh, that's about face. Pause. D-pad. Select. Yeah, I'm sorry, ooh, you can still use the D-pad for moving around. That's cool that they kept that in there. Yeah, I will never call this share. I don't care. I know it is, but, you know. Nice. It is cool that they don't just keep it for, like, 1 or 2, as far as, like, what do you call it, the lock thing is concerned. Oh, you can use this as a pause, too. That's cool. Underworld. Health power-ups found. 0 out of 0. Eldritch energy power-ups found. Okay. I wonder how in-depth this map is going to be. That's what I'm curious about. Dude. I still think that the visuals for this game, especially for character models like Raziel, have held up, like, amazingly well. And I think a part of that has to do with, despite the fact that for this game's time, this was considered as realistic as you could get, you know, with making games where you had, like, 3D models and you could turn the camera around and examine the environment and the characters and stuff like that. Like, legit, like, it's not like you could turn the camera, like, that much and then it was, like, locked, because you had, like, a semi-locked camera and a semi, like, movable camera. But despite how, I guess, realistic this looked for its time, it was still super, stylized. It really fed into that gothic horror, gothic horror, eldritch horror kind of vibe. Which is why, despite the fact that, you know, it's been so long since this game came out, multiple console generations ago, I still think that the art style and the directions for these visuals still hold. I mean, I'm glad that we're getting this, you know, HD remaster for it.
These gates twist space, laying a path across great spans.
After all, there are some people that would totally be down to give a game like this a try. You know, seeing the concept for it and trying it out. But at the same time, if they had to play with the original visuals, they might be like, yeah, no. Like, no, I'm not down for this. Which would suck, because they would be denying themselves of, like, a really fun and interesting series. All because of visuals. But at the end of the day, if you're going to make a product, if you're going to bring a series back, if you're going to try and entice people to try out something that you made, you have to be able to, on some level, cater to them. You can't just be like, no, man, we're bringing this back. We're gonna, but you know what? You know, we're gonna bring this back. We're gonna slightly HD remaster, but you know what? Largely, we're keeping the visuals. And if you don't like it, don't buy our game. Like that would not work. I'm sorry.
Must feed.
The old hunger has left me. I have no desire for blood.
You are changed. Your bloodthirst is replaced by a deeper need. You have become a devourer of souls. To sustain your strength, you must hunt the lost spirits of the underworld and consume the souls of your enemies.
Yes. I don't know if you could pause during cutscenes in the original version. I would have to try that out. But I don't think that you could. I don't know. I could be wrong. I will be saying this stream tonight will be a short one. What time is it right now? It's 11:37. I'll probably stop streaming around like 1:30, maybe 2 o'clock, just because I don't have to be into work early tomorrow, but I do have work tomorrow, so I don't want to stay up super late. But I will be streaming tomorrow after work. I don't close at my job, thankfully. So I definitely will be streaming again tomorrow. Probably around like, I would say I'd probably be streaming tomorrow around like 10 p.m. I'm pretty comfortable saying 10 p.m. tomorrow.
Your wings, though ruined, are not without purpose. Take hold of them as you leap, and they will carry you across this chasm.
What scabrous wretches are these?
Sua, the scavengers of the underworld. Their feral hunger has claimed countless souls, spirits who now shall never find their rest.
Hold on, let me try camera mode for the first time. I'm so curious. Roll 5. Oh, okay, that's how... I usually don't really fuck around with, Let's see, reset settings, hide UI. Okay, how do you change the... I guess you just... That is kind of a curious question, though. I don't really fuck around with photo modes that much, but considering this is Soul Reaver, I'm probably gonna make an exception. Get back here, you bitch. You start this fight, you come back here. And it does feel good to be playing this with a PlayStation 5 controller, considering I played these games originally on a PlayStation 2. But no, seriously, hold on. No. How do you take... Is there a, Yeah, I'll figure that out another time. I'm not really worried about that. I don't know why it says normal, though. I figured since it said normal, that would have to do with whether or not you're high res or not, but apparently not.
These portals are your conduit between the spectral and material realms. With their aid, you may gather matter and will yourself to become manifest in the physical world. This is taxing, however. Your strength must first be fully restored. You require no conduit to return to this plane. You may abandon your physical body at any time.
Does it say touch the touchpad? Okay, so I guess they're defaulting to that. But select still works.
Sustain your strength to prolong your manifestation in the physical world. If you fail to feed or absorb too many wounds, this fragile matter will dissolve.
Okay. So it came from there. You know, I'm used to L1 being the crouch button.
You are young yet, Raziel. You still retain many of your vampiric weaknesses. Immersion in water, while not fatal, will dissolve your physical body, forcing your return to the spirit world. Be aware that in the spectral realm, water has neither heft nor lift. It stands as thin as air.
I'm gonna have to get used to L2 being the crouch button. I do like the little touch of like an icon showing that how you can interact with this. You can change the controls. Okay, that's cool. I'm glad that they at least allow you to do that if you want to. So, confirmed. You can change the way the controls want if you like them. Configure keyboard. No. I'm just trying to figure out what this normal is, but I don't think I'm going to.
What are these creatures?
Do you not recognize them? They are the children of your brother, Duma.
That's impossible. These foul, scuttling beasts could not be kin of our high blood?
Do you suppose that time stood still for you, Raziel? Much has changed since you passed from the world of men.
Oh look, the compass changed a little too.
I knew my opponent's weaknesses, having suffered them myself. Physical wounds are fleeting. Vampire's immortal flesh begins to close as soon as it is cleaved. Vampires need only fear those wounds that impale or inflame. Water scorches like acid, and fledglings are devastated by sunlight's touch. I would have to modify my tactics to suit my foes.
Come on. Move around the body. Move around the body. Come on. Okay, cool.
Unfettered from the flesh, a creature's soul fades swiftly into the spectral realm. Draw it in quickly, Raziel, or you will be compelled to follow.
See if I can get that soul. No. I think I was a little too quick. I do think the controls might be... Oh, these guys died a little bit faster than I remember them. I wonder if they modified that. Aha.
Your physical prowess surpasses what you knew in life. Even massive obstacles can be moved effortlessly.
Nice. It feels good to have like this. I feel like more fluid camera control. It's been several months, like I said, since I played Soul Reaver 1 and 2, the originals, on stream. Sanctuary. Okay, so there's 2 health power-ups and 2 Eldritch energy power-ups, which I might not be able to get either health up right now, but still. I will say, yeah, like, it feels good to be playing this right now with what I'm assuming is more built-in camera control. And I will say it did suck that I had to erase all of the streams from, and also whatever YouTube videos I put out when I did the original streams. But for some reason, I can't remember, it was either Soul Reaver 1, I think, I can't remember. I might have kept in the Soul Reaver 1 stuff, but Soul Reaver 1 or Soul Reaver 2 were having, like... No, I think it was Soul Reaver 2. Soul Reaver 2, like, half of one of the streams I did for Soul Reaver 2, like, the audio from the game and, like, my audio were, like, completely desynced. And then there was a good chunk of it where it was just silent. It was not getting any audio from the game. It was getting audio from me. From my microphone, but not from me. So, it just... I feel like both of these games...
The sanctuary of the clans, reduced to ruin. Beyond these walls lay the pillars of Nosgoth, the seat of Kain's empire. How humble it now appeared, collapsing into the dust of its former magnificence. And yet, I had only just emerged. In the instant between my execution and resurrection, centuries had apparently passed.
This world is wrecked with cataclysms. The earth strains to shrug off the pestilence of Kain's parasitic empire. The fate of this world was preordained in an instant by a solitary man. Unwilling to martyr himself to restore Nosgoth's balance, Kain condemned the world to the decay you see. In that moment, the unraveling began. Now it is nearly played out. Nosgoth teeters on the brink of collapse. Its fragile balance cannot hold.
But yeah, it feels really good to play these again. Oh, what the? Why did I throw it over there? Because it did suck to have to eliminate those streams, and I do feel like Soul Reaver 1 and 2 are kind of like, ah shit, that's right. I do feel like Soul Reaver 1 and 2 are kind of like a dual package that, like, you can certainly play Soul Reaver 2. You can certainly play Soul Reaver 2 and enjoy it. But I feel that without all of the context of Soul Reaver 1, without just, like, firsthand seeing, like, what happened with Raziel and how everything led from the beginning to the end of Soul Reaver 1, him killing his brothers, him being consumed by revenge, I feel like you don't, especially with everything that happens in Soul Reaver 1 with the Elder God essentially, like, being your narrator. You're like, hey, you've been gone for, like, this long, here's the deal, here's what's up.
The doors of the sanctuary were immovable, either barred from the inside or rusted shut. I would need to find another means of entry.
I feel like playing through Soul Reaver 2, especially at the end of game, at the at the end game of Soul Reaver 2 with Janos, and I talked a little bit of spoilers while I was playing these games originally, but considering that those were the original releases and these are being re-released as, like, essentially as a new product on modern systems, PlayStation 5, Xbox, I think Switch, PC. I'm not going to talk any spoilers while playing this game. I'm going to assume that everyone who's watching this stream has, like, never played these games, has never heard of them, has, like, no clue what's going on. Oh, what? Lame. Yeah, I'm assuming that, like, no one has even heard of Raziel or Soul Reaver or Kain or anything, so I'm not going to talk any spoilers, just in case. But with the end game, with certain characters like Janos, or in the last section, which, again, I'm just name dropping, I'm not going to spoil it, with the Stronghold, I really do not feel like you get the same sort of satisfaction out of playing Soul Reaver 2 if you just skipped Soul Reaver 1. And same thing with if you just play Soul Reaver 1, like, oh hey, this is an older game, you know. This is an older game. Controls are not exactly that modern, and graphics are old, so on and so forth. If you play Soul Reaver 1, and then you either drop Soul Reaver 1 or you just end it with Soul Reaver 1 because you're like, oh yeah, the controls aren't modern, and it was kind of cute to try out this old game, but I'm done with it. I'm not going to play any more of the games in this franchise. Especially considering how the first game ends. Like I said, I consider these games a dual package. You really don't get that same... You won't get as much satisfaction finishing Soul Reaver 1. Dude, how close do I have to be? Or do I have to do triangle to... You don't get the same satisfaction just finishing Soul Reaver 1 and then, like, not moving on to Soul Reaver 2. So it goes both ways. In the same way that I feel like Empire Strikes Back informs Return of the Jedi, but just as much I feel like Return of the Jedi informs Empire. Like, I feel like they're very necessary to each other.
This, at least, had remained constant. The endlessly swirling vortex of the abyss, my tomb, and the womb of my rebirth. Though much of Nosgoth's landscape had changed, these cliffs gave me my bearings. My clan territory was to the west. I was anxious to see how my descendants had fared during the centuries of my absence.
Okay, so Underworld exit. Okay, so there was one over there. We made it through the sanctuary, but now we're here. Lake of the Dead, no collectibles. Yeah, and we haven't really gotten very far, so it's easy to be like, oh yeah, we're not getting any of the collectibles yet. God, this looks so good still. Oh damn, one hit and I fucking took this bitch out. Ooh, that felt smooth. I'm gonna be a cheeky little bastard and do this. I imagine that they also improved interaction, sort of. Because I think I've had a couple of issues in the past playing the original, being able to pick up something like that.
Utter desolation. My once proud kin wiped from this world like excrement from a boot. I knew the hand that wrought this deed.
Ah! Alright. You think you're surrounding me, but no. Come on. Alright, can I get him onto the flame? Yes, bitch. Impale 10 vampires. Okay. So that we can get these checkpoints. Or, not these checkpoints, these teleporters going. Let's do a little savey save. Alright, we're doing 25 minutes, not bad. God, yes. I don't know. Combat in these games, barring Defiance and maybe Blood Omen, that's a bit of an asterisk. Like, has not ever been that great or been like a focal point. But I gotta say, like I can say this till the cows come home. Being able to like have some kind of icon, something to indicate that yes, you are within range of being able to pick up this item, that you can interact with it, and it being done smoothly is just it's so good to be able to play this game and do that. And even though I'm definitely going to be switching between the graphics on this, do I not have another weapon? Is there anything else over here? No, no other weapons. It's kind of crazy. Just knowing that I can just go through combat much more smoothly than I have before is like a huge fucking thing for me right now. You know, Soul Reaver 2 definitely ironed a lot of that out to begin with. Oh. But having that here in Soul Reaver 1 is just so goddamn important. And I really hope this bodes well for the rest of Soul Reaver 1 of this remaster, because there have been some combat encounters in this game that were kind of frustrating for me, that made me just like I think maybe some of that was captured on my stream, which unfortunately is gone because of those weird audio issues, which happened, well, I don't know if all of it happened, but at least some of it happened because of some weird glitch with Soundtrack by Twitch, which was an app. I don't know if it was originally, if that app was made by Twitch or if someone else made it and sold it to Twitch, or Twitch took over it. But you could play like non-copyright, you know, music for your streams, like when you were taking like a break during your stream, or for when your stream was starting, but you were like waiting for more people to come in before you, like, you know, got to the main course. and I would use that. But at some point, some glitch happened, so, like, I really don't want to take the chance of that happening again. I think I saved the YouTube video that would tell you how to fix it if it happens, but still, I don't want to risk it. I don't want to have to go through the hassle of that again. Which, hey, I'm not shit-talking the app. Like, I'm sure that was like because I was using it for a while and that had never happened, so I don't know if that was some kind of, like, weird update. I don't know if it happened because of, like, some update with my PC, or I don't know what, but, you know, for a long time it was working really well and I enjoyed using it, but I'm fine with that. I can live without it. I know I'm not on beat or on rhythm with that at all. So far, the frame rate's been super fucking solid. I know we're only about like a half hour into this thing, but I am so fucking happy I pre-ordered this. My fucking god, dude.
No! Please!
The PlayStation.
I didn't recognize these flayed racks of flesh.
Oh,
Their
dude, they
scent
look
was
so
vampiric.
good.
They gnawed upon their victim's carcass like dogs.
I wish we had a little bit more time to see what that human character looked like, just as a comparison. But I guess if any of you guys wanted to, you could always, like, screenshot it. Like I said, combat has never been a big focus in these games. So far, like with the beginning, yeah, they do kind of make combat more of a prevailing... I think it's just because they want to get you accustomed and used to, like, what kind of combat system that they're throwing at you. The fact that you can, and obviously this was back during PlayStation 1 where even though you were getting manuals, like, this was still a fairly early stage of gaming considering what era we were going to for anyone who, like me, was alive during this time. Figuring out how to properly tutorialize something in a 3D space like this, how much to tutorialize, and like how much was too much. You know, you didn't want to do too little, but not too much. I will say, this is something that still is done really well with the old visuals. There's a sort of dirtiness, a decay, that the old visuals really hold well for this game. That really do, like I said, like I said earlier, this was kind of like the most realistic games could get back by then, but like, I don't even know if the developers were trying to go for realism. Like I said, it's like an eldritch, gothic horror kind of like artistic style, and I feel like the dirtiness, especially when you look at something at like the flags, like look at how much dirt and how much fray has accumulated at the end there. I'm not, but you know, saying this, I'm not trying to shit talk the HD visuals. I think they look fantastic. I think that to release the game like this was completely necessary because there's, like I said,
This charnel house bore the unmistakable marks of Melchiah's clan. To what depths had our dynasty plummeted if these ghouls were the descendants of my high-born brother? Were they so debased as to recruit fledglings from the desiccated corpses here interred?
Yep. Because absolutely there would be people who, if they announced this, but then like it didn't have, which I'm really glad, because for the longest time remasters would just be like, oh hey, here's the game as originally done. No, and I'm not saying like there's obviously a difference between a remaster and a remake, but like no changes done to any of the little gameplay formula or whatever. No indicators like in this game where it tells you like, hey, this is something that you can interact with, and you are within the proper a distance to interact with it. No doing the visuals like this. It would basically just be this, but just like slightly higher resed. We wouldn't get this, you know, which is why I feel like this game does kind of border on a written. I feel like maybe that's a little too. But like we definitely wouldn't get this. You would get like slightly higher resed visuals, and if we were lucky, we would get like 60 frames per second. Like I know at least a couple of games from like the PlayStation 2 era got ported to PlayStation 3, and I don't know honestly how many of them got a 60 frames per second like update in the remaster.
My brother Melchiah was made last, and therefore received the poorest portion of Kain's gift.
Yeah, little baby boy.
Although immortal, his soul could not sustain the flesh, which retained much of its previous human frailty. This weakness, it seemed, was passed on to his offspring. Their fragile skins barely contained the underlying decay.
Yeah, this was absolutely necessary, because there would be so many people that, like, if this game was announced with no updated visuals, they'd be like, nope. Which is, I guess, in some ways, a little sad. But at the same time, like, I get it. You know, the standards for what kind of visuals on a game are acceptable have like risen, you know, unless it's like an indie game. I'm trying to remember. There's like one horror game that was definitely going after the whole Resident Evil art style vibe. Unless it's like it's an intentional thing of like, hey, look, hey, we're making a game that's like totally original, but we're like paying homage to a series or a certain style of game, so we're doing it intentionally like that. Like, I feel like most people wouldn't play a game like this with these current visuals. Or maybe I'm giving, I don't know, today's gaming generation a little too little credit. I don't know. Ooh. The camera on this hallway is still a little to be desired. Melchiah. Ooh, we're close to the first boss fight. Yay! Oh yeah, that's definitely an upgrade. Let's check on the map. Serious. Underworld exit, Sanctuary, Lake of the Dead, Raziel Stronghold, which is where we're at right now, and then locked, and then Necropolis. What area of this is locked? Did we miss an area? And I do like that I didn't even notice that, traverse the necropolis. That's a cool little thing in case, like, you, I guess, save the game and, like, stop playing for, like, a couple of days. And you're like, wait, hold on, what was I supposed to be doing again? Dude, wait, what? No, that's not fair. You can't just kill yourself and then bring yourself back to life. No, fuck you. What? That was so fucking weird, dude. Holy shit, that was kind of fucking funny. Oh. Yo, fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. Both of you fuck off. I feel like they had to have added some kind of magnetism for, like, when you're throwing enemies onto those things, because it's been a little too smooth for me doing this here. And playing it in the original release, I felt like I had a lot more difficulty landing them there. That or I've just been lucky so far, I don't know. Oh yes, yes, peak. Oh, okay, so doing it right, hitting the right side of the pad, pauses it, left side to spectre around. That's interesting.
Beware, Raziel. These wraiths are vampire spirits, fettered too long in the spectral realm. When their vampire natures adapt to this plane, they become eaters of souls.
No
Do
shit.
not allow these spirits to re-inhabit their corpses.
I don't think I've ever seen them actually try and re-inhabit a corpse. They've tried to fight me, but I'm never trying to... They definitely do make them look way more vampiric in the remaster compared to... Which is cool, because they kind of just look like Grim Reaper types with the original visuals. We don't have the phase shift ability yet. I can't push that block in there, and I can't get through there. Okay, yes. And this was another industry, like, fucking changer. I'm surprised more games didn't try and use this. When Soul Reaver came out, I'm, like, astonished, honestly. Like, the whole idea of being able to seamlessly change the way that the level works like this. That this did not become, like, an industry, like, game changer. I'm, like, fucking floored. And without loading too. Like, if you play the original Soul Reaver 1, you could do this, like, no loading times, whatever. Just... And it actually had an impact on how you traverse through the area. It was fucking amazing. And I didn't even play Soul Reaver 1 when it came out. Like I said, like, I played Soul Reaver 2, sorry, Soul Reaver 1 on the PlayStation 1. I didn't grow up with these games. I was like 12 or 13 when I finally got a chance to play these games. Maybe 14, I don't even know. It's been so long, I don't even remember how old I was when I originally played these games. But I never owned a PlayStation 1. Like, my first Sony console was the PlayStation 2. Okay, so I never really understood this playing these games. The blue spirit whatever things that's here. Is that supposed to be like one of the vampires' souls? Inhabiting the corpse? In which case, that's actually kind of a funny case of foreshadowing from Defiance, which is not like a spoiler or anything. It's just not, it's not something that I'm going to mention. It's a mechanic that's in Defiance. Yeah, so far I could not be happier playing this game. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And I'm really glad that these games, and I'm really glad that this remaster apparently sold better than what they thought it was going to. Oop, God damn it. Than they thought it was going to. That, like, the pre-orders and the sales, like, exceeded their expectations, because it means that there's potentially, especially considering the fact that they are also releasing this physically, I don't know if the physical versions are just out for pre-order, or if they've already been released, but with the potential, because I would, despite the fact that I have this on PC, I'd also like to get the physical version, I'm not gonna lie. You know, I have no issues double dipping whatsoever with this, because I want to support this series, you know. I'd love to see this do really well. I'd love to see, you know, a remaster for Defiance, and if possible, it'd be cool to get remasters for Blood Omen 1 and 2. Blood Omen 1 and 2, considering that you don't need to play Blood Omen 1 to enjoy subsequent games. I don't know if that would be too tall of an order to expect for Asper to remaster Blood Omen 1, which is an apparently very long game. Well, I think if you just go after, like, the main story, it's around, like, 19-20 hours. But apparently if you try and, like, do everything, which apparently there's a bunch of secrets, a bunch of different things to collect, it can take a while. I don't know if Asper would do that. That'd be cool. Blood Omen 2, I would personally, if they're gonna do what do you call it? If they're going to do, if they were to ever do Blood Omen 2, I would personally prefer a remake over a remaster, because Blood Omen 2 for me is really rough in spots. The combat really does become a bit of a slog after a while. I'm not gonna fucking lie. It does become kind of rough. There's legit puzzles in the game that are like not difficult at all. Like they are legit. Like it's a weird sort of opposite in Blood Omen 2, where the puzzles are like, for majority of the time, really fucking simple, but because of that, I end up overthinking and being like, okay, yeah, hold on, this has got to be, and like it ends up not being the solution. And I spend way more time on that puzzle than I should, because I'm like, oh yeah, no, this is going to be a little bit more, there's going to be more to it, and there's not. Wait, do I got to pull these out? Ah, no, here. Nice. Gotta just flip this around a little bit so I can get it to face properly. I think if I do it this way, that should... Nice, yes. Ooh, ooh. Alright, we're about to fight the first boss of the game. Fuck yeah, dude. Alright, so let me save. How far are we? 49 minutes, 59. Alright, okay. Alright, so give me 1 second. I'm just going to take a quick pee break. Be right back. Okay. And I'm back again. Whew. Okay, since I'm back, let me just take a quick second. And since this is a modern game, I can alt-tab without it causing any issues. Alright, let me... the webcam froze, unfortunately. Let me see if I can't fix that. Okay, cool. Alright, cool. Yeah, they definitely made his fingers look more bony. The wrapping, it looks really fucking good. Definitely looks more... The hell? I think it was scraping his, sharpening his... No, I wouldn't make that flight. I would not make that flight. So where's the hole that I have to jump to? Ooh, ooh, that was close. Right there. Right where I saw it before. Which is crazy. I remember, like... Because I hadn't replayed this game in, like, for so long. I remember doing this on stream and being like, where do I have to go next? I have boxes that I can jump, but where do I do it? It is a very easily missable sort of, what do you call it, platform to get to. Come on. Come on. Little soul. Where are you, little soul? Come to me, little soul. There we go. There's a little secret right there that we cannot get to. Oh, Razu's freaking out, man. Razu's had like one too many beers. Where do I go, man? What do I do? What do I do? You bitch, get in the sunlight. Get in the sunlight! Because how many times have we killed a vampire by sunlight compared to, like, stabbing them or throwing? I want to get them into the sun. Come on, bitch, go! Go! Yeah! I don't think they added enemies, did they? Because I don't remember enemies, like, being in this part. Like, right before... Well, I mean, like, right before you go inside the interior, yeah, but... Wait, what? This doesn't feel right. This is a whole other area of the game. What the fuck? Hold on. Oh, wait, no. Okay, I'm thinking of something else. Okay, no, yeah, this is where, yeah. Okay, I'm fucking stupid. I just forgot all about this. That's my... My brain is like fucking rewired or something. I did not remember. I just thought it was the boxes and then to the boss, but I was wrong. That's okay. This actually looks a bit more run down and dirtier in the HD compared to... It's a little bit more colorful in the original. And then the new graphics, it's a little bit more run down. It'd be cool if you could push the enemies like into the gears, but... Let's go around the top floor first. I love how he dangles. That's so cute. Little Raziel. Wee! Wee! I'm a little... I'm so fucking stupid. Oh god, I amuse myself way too easily. Okay. We got something in place, yeah? Question is... I don't see anything else to put here. I don't think if I dangle on that thing it'll do anything, will it? Oh! It's getting something started. Now I think I just have to get something in there to get crushed? Not me. Or maybe I think that might have been enough. Nah. I already got a weapon, I'm good. Nice. Okay, yeah, that was enough. My brain is not completely cooked yet. I still got a couple brain cells left to disintegrate. Okay. Ooh. Holy shit, dude, you came out of nowhere. I don't think this is climbable now. Okay. Let's see what we got here first. I don't think there's anything else to pull out or mess around with, but let me just make sure. Now you're fucking trapped. You thought this was a good idea? Mm-mm. Nope, you fucked up, dude. You fucked up. Nope. Okay, nothing else to interact with. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Yes, the entrance to the boss. We're so close. We're so close. I don't think I've ever seen that door before, because I never really went down. Oop. I don't remember this being too complicated. This puzzle, I mean. Which, it's an early puzzle, so fair enough. But it's still fun. And I do love that Raziel became a Wraith, because considering that you can't just fly, since his wings are all, like, tattered, it did force the developers to be more creative with using his wings for platforming. Oop. There we go. Can't push these off until I bring the platform down. Yeah, I can. Okay, cool. Just making sure. And now with those obstructions out of the way, let's go back up top. Let's get the elevator down. Or not elevator, but I guess elevated platform would be the correct Okay, that didn't do anything. Maybe there's other things I have to pull out. Now that that's... Wait, I think I have to... Oh wait, no. Okay, no, that's for that. Maybe I do have to... fuck it, let's do it. We've been on a pretty good roll so far, so if it turns out I don't actually have to come back here, I just wasted, I don't know, maybe like 2 minutes, whatever, it's not too big of a deal. Should be good. Yeah. Oh no, one of them broke. It broke off. Which I guess is a good visual indicator to be like, yeah, you don't have to come back here. Like, your time here is done. Your time here, sir, is done. Alright, let's get back up there. Question is, okay, let me explore over here. I don't think there's anything for me to do, but yeah, this is where I came from with the enemies. That's right. I don't think pushing this back in would do anything. Nope. Can't move it out anyway. So I think I have to go back down to the bottom floor. I think. Shouldn't take much longer to figure this one out. I shouldn't need to go into the spirit realm for this one because I can't move the boxes or anything while I'm... Ah, wait, did I miss one? Fuck, dude. I can't... Aw. Of course I missed one. Yes, I thought it would come down on its own. I was positive. I think we gotta put these in little indentations. Yep, alright. I remember that sound. It's locked in place now. I love the little push he gives. That's funny. Nope. No, 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 no. That is not. Yeah. One more. And then our way to the boss is unhindered. Fuck yeah, dude. I am just going to get my health back. I just gotta either find some souls or some demons to fight to get my health back. Thank you. Alright. Now off to the first boss we go, ladies and gentlemen. Yes! Fuck yes, I'm so excited. Come on, let's go! Yeah, let's see Malkaya in all of his HD glory and then kind of go back and forth.
Show yourself, creature. Do you not recognize me, brother? Am I so changed?
He looks so good!
Yes, brother. You should have stayed where the master sent you, Raziel. You will find Nosgoth less pleasant than you remember.
What has become of my clan? Answer me, little brother, or I will beat an answer from your horrid lips.
Everyone is afraid, sibling. You awake to a world of fear. These times of change are so unsettling. Do you think I feel no revulsion for this form? Do you believe for a moment that our Lord would risk his empire upon an upstart inheritance?
Enough riddles. What are you saying?
You are the last to die.
I wonder if I go, because I've never done this. Does he remain in this world? Can he hurt me? I think he can. Oh yeah, he can. Okay. I was just wondering about that. Because I've never actually, even when I originally played this game, like originally when I never had played this game before, I never dared to like try and do a what do you call it? A direct assault on him, because I felt like there's no way. Okay. And the consequence of trying to do that is you lose almost all of your health. Which makes sense. Aw, dude, he's so far behind me. Which I feel like I'm about to... No! No. Don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me. I gotta get my full health back to get back into the material realm so I can whoop his ass. Alright, where are you, Milkaya? Where are you, little brother? Milkaya is obviously not that much of a thinker. Because he falls for this like 2 more times. Oh yeah, surely Raziel wouldn't do that. Oh no, just twice. There we go.
Tell me, Melchiah, where can I find Kain?
The Master is beyond your reach, Raziel. He makes himself known when he sees fit, not when commanded.
That was the wrong fucking answer, Milkaya.
I'm released.
Yeah, at least you don't have to be in that form anymore.
You have done well, Raziel.
Am I reduced to this? A ghoul? A fratricide?
Elevated, Raziel, not reduced. Consuming Melchiah's soul has endowed you with a new gift. Insubstantial barriers such as these are no impediment to you in the spectral realm. Will yourself to pass through, and you shall.
First phase through. There we go. First T-pose, baby. Let's do it again. An encore, because it looks so fucking good. Nice. Beat the first boss, got our first power, which is something that we will use a lot over the course of this game, and Soul Reaver 2, and Defiance. A lot. A lot, a lot. Enter the sanctuary of the clans. Okay, so I gotta go back. So... Okay, so I gotta go back to the sanctuary of the clans. So I gotta find the next... So I gotta find the last teleporter that I activated, which I'll have to backtrack a little bit. And I will be skipping through some combat just to get there.
Return to the sanctuary of the clans, Raziel. Melchiah's soul has endowed you with the means to gain entry. Beware, however. This hollow derelict is abandoned, but not uninhabited.
And I do like that it does, like, I move over to Force Lake of the Dead and it highlights that, but the arrow tells you where you need to go. So fucking handy, dude. Oh my god. I know it's not in depth, like you can't like zoom in for detail of like the map and like how the path goes out and everything. But you have, if you have never played this game, if you've never played the original, you have no idea how much, especially if you like, you know, stop playing for like a you know, like a couple of days or whatever. You have no idea how much of a godsend that fucking is. Jesus Christ, dude. Thank you. It just tells you straight away, like, yeah, this is where you need to go. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, because it is easy to get turned around in this game, I will say that. And we want to go to the end. So it's either this one or this one, I'm trying to remember. I think it's here. Oh no, I'm in the underworld, my bad. I'm in the underworld. Sanctuary. Razio Stronghold. No, I'm gonna go back to the Lake of the Dead. don't think it's back this way. I think I have to go to the lake, but just for the sake of argument. Plus, I can actually pass through this barrier now by doing this.
These artifacts enhance your stamina, enabling you to prolong your material manifestation. Gather 5 to complete the emblem, and thereby augment your strength.
No. That did happen before in previous playthroughs, where I'd grab him and Grazia would just immediately throw him. Yo, what the hell, man? Come on! Feed my soul, man. Or let me feed on your soul. Oh, am I in the sanctuary? Nice. Okay, so I had to go through this way to get to the sanctuary. Sweet. That makes sense. Sanctuary. I will say, I think going from the material realm to the spectrum, I think it's a little bit faster. T-posing on the haters, bitch. I think I gotta go through here once I go through the spectrum realm, but let me just see. Am I basically just wrapping around going through here? I mean, I know this room is a wraparound, but just to make sure I'm not missing any collectibles. Yeah, okay. I'm pretty sure I've made a complete circle now. Oh shit. Oh fuck.
Raziel.
Kain.
Kain. The Abyss has been unkind.
I am your creation, Kain. Now,
As before, you criticize your own work.
What have you done with my clan, degenerate? You have no right.
What I have made, I can also destroy, child.
Damn you, Kain! You are not God! This act of genocide is unconscionable!
Conscience?
You
dare speak to me of conscience?
Only when you have felt the full gravity of choice should you dare to question my judgment. Your lifespan is a flicker compared to the massive doubt and regret that I have borne since Mortanius first turned me from the light. To know that the fate of the world hangs dependent on the advisedness of my every deed? Can you even begin to conceive what action you would take in my position?
I would choose
Simon
integrity.
Templeman.
Look around you, Raziel. See what has become of our empire. Witness the end of an age. The clans scattered to the corners of Nosgoth. This place has outlasted its usefulness. As have you.
The Soul Reaver, Kain's ancient blade, older than any of us and 1,000 times more deadly. The legends claimed that the blade was possessed and thrived by devouring the souls of its victims. For all our bravado, we knew what it meant when Kain drew the Soul Reaver in anger. It meant
you were dead. I think Kain unironically looks a little more menacing in his original model. I wouldn't say that the HD remaster is like kind of makes him look a little cursed by comparison. But I mean, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It does seem weird to see it is a little weird to see him as he is now. Come on. Oh, damn. I got him. I should have definitely been hit on that last one. And so it truly begins.
So it unfolds. And we are a step closer to our destinies.
I swore I saw a glint of satisfaction in Kain's eye when the Soul Reaver was destroyed. I did not understand the game that Kain was playing, but I knew the finishing move.
From this moment and ever afterward, you and this blade are inextricably bound. Soul Reaver and Reaver of Souls, your destinies are intertwined. By destroying the sword, you have liberated it from its corporeal prison and restored it to its true form, a wraith blade, its energy unbound. No longer a physical blade, it can only manifest itself in the material realm when your strength is fully restored. Once manifest, it will sustain you.
What are you, little soul? Another of Kain's creatures come to taunt this bound specter.
Ooh,
I
Ariel.
did not intend to disturb your rest.
Rest. A body is needed for sleep. Flesh and bones are required to recline. No, child. All I may do is watch and remember, ceaselessly conscious as this wretched world's history unfurls. Ghastly past, insufferable future, are they one and the same? Am I always here?
How have you come to haunt these pillars?
Kain refused the sacrifice. The Pillar of Balance, corrupted to its core, stands as a monument to his blind ambition.
Ariel's model looks really
now
good
these
in this.
pillars serve only to bind me here, my prison and eternal home, thanks to the avarice of your master, Kain.
That bastard can claim no allegiance from me.
Then we share a common foe, Raziel. Return here when you have need. Ariel remembers what others have forgotten.
I'll say she does look a little bit creepier in her original model, but that's because of how low polygon the visual the what do you call it, the visuals are.
Far in the eastern mountains, a stifled titan stands in mute surrender, unwilling host to a parasitic swarm.
But her model in the HD still looks pretty goddamn good. I'm not gonna front on that. Alright guys. Let's see, save game. Save game. Save game. Hour and a half. Not bad. Okay. Alright, I remember playing this a couple months back when I did my stream. I didn't make it this far on my first one, so hey, you know, I for the most part, I remembered what I needed to do. There were a couple of points where I was like, wait, what do I need to do? But yeah, gotta say, very, 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 very happy so far with my time with the remaster. Controls are extremely solid, you know. It's very well bound. It feels like it's made to be played with a controller, which is funny because the original was not, or at least not, you know, particularly to that kind of way of playing games. And the ability to seamlessly go from old to new graphics, love it. You know, this is something that the Master Chief Collection did. I think that was the first remaster, at least that I can think of, where you could just go back and forth between visuals. And honestly, with the Master Chief Collection, I liked the older visuals better. It was I don't know, it didn't really hit home for me with the newer visuals. But with this, I gotta say, really liking the visuals for the remaster. I still think that the older visuals still hold up extremely well. And I do like a little bit of contrast between them. It's nothing too great, but they're good. Like I said, controls are great. Considering that the characters now have mouths when you're in the HD remaster, it would be cool to see more of a one-to-one sync with their mouth going with the audio. But other than that, I really don't have any issues. I do think Kain's HD model is a little funny compared to... I don't think he looks quite as menacing. I know they wanted to try and get his model more one-to-one with how he looks in Soul Reaver 2 and Defiance. So with that, they succeeded. And I don't hate the new model. It's just a little funny. And the game is just as fun as I remember. They didn't really change anything up. They didn't do any kind of overhaul to the combat. Puzzles are still there. And there's gonna be a lot more puzzles, and a lot of them are gonna be block puzzles. Which those are block puzzles, but they somehow are able to vary it up enough to where you're not ripping your hair out in boredom. Like there's still enough there that you're like, oh shit. It's really in the sequel that the puzzles really get the ramp up that I think that they deserved. But yeah, I still like the block puzzles in this game. So yeah, pretty good time so far. I'm glad you guys stopped by to check this out. So, anyway guys, till next time, I shall see you next time. I should be streaming tomorrow, like I said. I'm pretty comfortable saying around... I'd say around like 10:30, something like that. That's when I'll be streaming tomorrow. But anyway, guys, you take care. Peace. Have a good one. All right, bye.